Breaking news. Welcome to today's headline. Tension in top southeast state as soldiers invade community, burned houses. Tension in top southeast state as soldiers invade community, burn houses. To my dear listeners from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news. Residents of the Obiagu community in Ishielu local government area of Ebonyi State have been moved out of their comfort zone. Disease as the Nigerian soldiers allegedly invaded the community in the early hours of Monday and allegedly burned some houses. Meanwhile, multiple reports indicate it is still not clear why the military invaded the community. A report by The Punch has it that troops of the Nigerian army have reportedly invaded Obiagu community in Ishielu local government area of Ebonyi State. Some community leaders disclosed on Monday morning, December 12, that the troops who invaded the community around 5 a.m. had been shooting sporadically and allegedly burning some houses. The soldiers were said to have entered the community with 10 E-Lux vehicles and 7 armored tanks, with over 100 military personnel, according to Sahara reporters. It was not clear why the military invaded the community. However, nobody had been reported killed so far. Only one woman was said to have been hit by stray bullets. Meanwhile, the nation reported that gunmen have invaded Abakaliki, the capital of Ebonyi State, shooting sporadically, causing residents to run for their lives. The situation led to a rowdy situation in the city, with traders forced to close their shops and retire to their homes. Many others took refuge in hotels and anywhere they could find of fear of running into the gunmen. Unconfirmed reports said the gunmen have razed a section of Ayaofu Market located along Abakaliki and Nogun Highway. In a related development, the Coalition Against Terrorism and Banditry in Nigeria has described the Nigerian army as a bastion of democracy through its numerous interventions, especially in internal security operations across the country. Commending the army for its uncompromising and apolitical posture, the coalition said the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya, has injected fresh ideas into the operations and welfare of troops in line with global trends in addressing security challenges. In a statement signed by its convener, Comrade Ibrahim Ahmed, the group also hailed the leadership of the Nigerian Army for undertaking the annual Chief of Army Staff conference held in Sokoto State. Similarly, The Arewa Citizens Action for Good Governance has acknowledged the efforts of Lieutenant General Yahaya in the fight against banditry and other forms of criminalities in the country. In a statement signed by its president, Comrade Sani Mohammed, and sent to legit.ngl on Monday, November 14, the group said the zeal and commitment of the Nigerian army are laudable and responsible for the numerous gains recorded so far in most parts of the country. The group said since their higher assumed office, the operations of the Nigerian army in addressing the security challenges in the country have been noteworthy. Residents of the Obiago community in Ishielu local government area of Ebonyi State have been moved out of their comfort zone. This is as the Nigerian soldiers allegedly invaded the community in the early hours of Monday and allegedly burned some houses. Meanwhile, multiple reports indicate it is still not clear why the military invaded the community. A report by the Punch has it that troops of the Nigerian army have reportedly invaded Obiago community in Ishielu local government area of Ebonyi State. Some community leaders disclosed on Monday morning, December 12, that the troops who invaded the community around 5 a.m. had been shooting sporadically and allegedly burning some houses. The soldiers were said to have entered the community with 10 Hilux vehicles and 7 armored tanks with over 100 military personnel, according to Sahara reporters. To my dear listeners, from wherever you're listening from, please